What? What? We did it. What? What happened? What happened?
That's right. Allison.
Allison scored! Yes!
Hello and good evening, and we are back for another episode. Well, Ryan LFC TV here. Well, big six man here for me, Montel personally. But listen, we're here to talk about Liverpool, people. Thank you so much for having me on, by the way. Props to everyone in the back. Can't wait to get to talking about Liverpool with you guys. But yeah, I can't believe I'm here. It's about time I've been back on the channel. I hope you guys have missed me as well. But yeah, Josie, well, how you telling me, man? Well, how you been?
Good, boys. Very good to have you back, Mons. It's been a long time. I know your schedule's been really, really busy, but you know it's good to talk about Liverpool, and we've got lots of tasty stuff to talk about.
100%. Appreciate you, man.
How's it going, lads? First time, long time listener, first time caller over here. So I know Ryan from Toronto. I'm originally from the UK, as you can probably hear from my accent, but I live in Toronto now, so I'm part of the Liverpool official supporters club here in Toronto. So that's how I met Ryan. So excited to chat with you guys about Liverpool.
Big yourself up, man. Big yourself up. Cheese! The man himself.
Thank you, man. Thank you for you guys coming, man. I really, really appreciate it.
No, well, listen, I can't lie. I've got one thing to say. Just to start things off. I've got one thing I want to say. And I want you guys to get a trend in. Listen to me carefully. Jurgen Quad. Not Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Quad. If you understand what I'm saying, then you understand what I'm saying. Now, I wasn't a believer, but then we drew Benfica in the Champions League. Now I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Yeah,
I'm deluded. I'm happy to say that. I'm happy to say it because we can do it. What's your lot's opinions on the Jurgen Quad? Not just Jurgen Quad, but the quad in general. I want to know just before we segue in.
It's very
first?
difficult. I'll go first.
Yeah,
It's very difficult. You know, Manchester City have tried to attempt it and they failed, but I think for them might be other reasons. And you know, I don't believe we'll do it. But if I don't believe we'll do it, it does not mean we cannot do it because it's not impossible. I'm telling you this, if he does the quadruple, screw the treble Man United, screw all them lot, this will be the best Premier League team in history. And Klopp would be probably the best because it would be the first English team in history to win every competition we're in. So if Klopp does it, I'm sorry, but he's got to go above Pep and best manager ever, and it can happen. We've won the Carabao Cup. We're in this. If we win against Forest, we're at Wembley in another semi-final. We're 1 point behind Manchester City. City are crumbling, and we're
Benfica
in the quarter-final
that's
against
a winnable
Benfica.
game. That's
And
a winnable game.
yeah, and we could potentially got Bayern Munich, but we've smashed Bayern before, so their defense is awful. So I'm telling you, I don't think we'll do it, but I could see a treble, you know. Treble.
So you're a believer. You're a believer. Just say you're a believer.
Come on, I'm deluded. I'm like Brian, I'm biased.
I am definitely a believer. Listen, this opportunity itself just deserves everybody's full passion and attention, and I know we will. I know Liverpool fans will bring it because we're a passionate bunch, but this is a once in a generation, scratch that, once in a lifetime moment. So we've got to go for it. The team are going to go for it. Jurgen's going to go for it. I feel like Yeah, like if you're not a believer, like you're kind of just like playing it safe to yourself. I'm not saying you have to go outside the Liverpool like family community like cone of silence, safe space, and like start brandishing it around and like waving it from the rooftops. You don't need to do that. I realize that, especially in this social media world, people are a little bit apprehensive in like saying certain things because they don't want it to like come back on them and things like that. But in my heart, I believe we can do it. Not saying we will. You know, I'm not saying we will. Obviously, all it takes is like one penalty to go against you, or like one weird, dodgy decision, or a bad performance. It doesn't have to be like a dodgy decision or a referee or something. It only takes one little thing for it to all fall apart. And we're not even technically the favorites for the league yet, because we have to go to the home of the team in the lead and beat them. So like at the moment, it's all like hearsay. But if you don't believe it, I don't know what you're in it for. I don't know what you're a footy fan for if you don't believe it, because this is what it's all about, right? Isn't this what it's all about?
This is what's the point in right? What's the point in not believing? What's the point? Because there's not many teams that can say we're in a semi. We're basically one step away from 2 semi-finals. We're 1 point away from the current champions, again, who Josie Boy said aren't in form. Like, we're slowly, apart from maybe this Trent injury, which is new, apart from that, our squad for once is fit. Very rarely fit. And now it's showing that, wait, a fit Liverpool is a very, very dangerous, most feared in Europe type of Liverpool. And the fans are back. COVID, God, willing that it doesn't come back. But, we've got the fans back. We have the 12th man. What's stopping us? As I said, not saying we're going to do it, but I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
We can do it. 100%. We can.
You can feel it around the club. I think you can feel it around the club. Even when we're not, we've performed 6 out of 10 for the last 5 games. I won every single one of them.
Yeah. You know how you can feel it around the club? The way Jurgen Klopp, man like Jurgen, has like the gravitas to walk around London. Like last week, you saw that on social media. The guy's just like walking around London with the squad. Like imagine you're a Liverpool fan in London and you just see like the Liverpool team walking around. That's
screamed like a fan.
And that's the kind of confidence I feel that's like just like going through the club right now, right? Like most footballers, and they get abused and they get all kinds of like stick for no reason. So like they're probably usually like wanting to hide in their hotel rooms, or like like Liverpool are like, nah, we're in another city, we're in the opposition city because it's London. They're in Arsenal territory and they're like, we're just gonna go for a little walk around the park. Like, yeah, you can feel it, man. It's something really special, and it is that one man. You said man like Quad. I got the McDonald's kit on here, and I was joking around saying like, like there's like a double cheeseburger and triple Mac. I'm like, I want a quadruple Mac with this thing.
That's what I'm saying. I do you know what it is? I sometimes even accidentally I say Jurgen. I don't say Jurgen Klopp anymore. I just say Jurgen Quad. It just rolls off my tongue. Yeah. So if it rolls off my tongue at any point in this video, just let it happen. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Ryan, what are you telling me? How are you feeling? Are you a believer? You a believer?
I always believe, man. People think from Liverpool, City leading Liverpool by 14 points. I've been preaching it. It's coming home to Anfield. Something special about Liverpool this season. If you realize we didn't get any major injuries, so that on our side, sometimes in football they need a little bit of that, and I think we should start to believe that. Listen, getting Benfica, I see it this morning, getting ready to go to work. I jump up and my wife said to me, say, why you scream so early in the morning? We still get Benfica. So what do you mean? Benfica in the Champions League. And this is just ice on the cake. Bayern Munich, very good team, but I don't think they can stop Liverpool right now. With Salah and Roberto Firmino come off the bench against Arsenal, I say, wow, this is the strength and this Liverpool team have. We have never had this in Liverpool. Quality coming off the bench. And as I said, 1 down. We have 1 win, 1 already, so we have 3 more to. So just basically, so we're in a 2 semi-final already. The FA Cup and within the Champions League semi-final. Yeah, we respect Nottingham Forest and respect Benfica, but it's just a different confidence this Liverpool team have right now. And for me, definitely 4. I have to believe. And that's the atmosphere. That's how I want Jersey boys start to believe. Yes, it's difficult, but sometimes Jersey boy, what you put out in the atmosphere, sometimes you get that. So we are calling for it right now, Jersey boy, and we needed to get on board.
Yes, I've told you I'm on board, but I'm just saying that I believe we can do it. Does it mean we're going to do it? No, but if we're in this position, when was the last time?
All right, Jersey boy, can you just say
saw?
It for me? Go on. No, you finish.
Jurgen Quad.
Thank you.
Thank
you. See, did it feel good when you said it? Did it feel good? Did it feel good when you said it? How did you feel just saying it? I'm
telling you, we're going to be unbearable to shit if we get the quadruple. These Man United fans will be crying, man.
I could go trophyless for another 30 years. You think I will hear, God forbid, but if we get 4, because don't forget, then there's Super Cup and Club World Cup after that. I'm not ramping. 4.
We could do a buy. We could do a 6-2. We could do 6.
You won't. Nah, people will be sick to death of me. I'll probably lose subscribers. I'll probably. By the way, smash the like and subscribe on your way in. By the way, if you're not subscribed already, but you won't be able to hear the rest. People will hate me. They'll hate all of us. I'll just say from now, Man United fans, if you ever allow us to do the quad, you see Fergie, what he built in 25 years, Klopp will destroy in 1. You see what I mean? When you blink, you see me. When you go to sleep at night, you see me. You know what I mean? When you go to watch your football team and you blink, or you turn an eye, you look in the reflection, you see me. You'll see all of us. You'll see that jersey that Ryan's wearing. You're going to see the McDonald's jersey. You're going to see the third kit from the last season. You'll see it all. You'll see it all. I'm sorry. You will be unbearable.
We'll be unbearable if we don't win 4 and we win 3. To be honest with you,
even if we win 3,
even 3, because 3 we equal Man United. We do something the City didn't do because City haven't done the treble. Either way, if it's 3 or 4, we're going to be unbearable. But 4 though, come on, 4. First team in English history to ever do it. Man City, I would laugh at City. We've got a worse squad than them in terms of players, and we'll be like, you have a £2 billion squad. We've done it with far less. Just shows.
But I don't think we've got a worse squad though.
No, but I mean in terms of depth. I mean
in value.
Depth and value.
Sure,
what I'm saying is, it'd be like you've just spent 50 million on every single player, and we've done it with £7 million Minamino. So you can shove your sides. I'm sorry, 4 trophies. 4 trophies. I don't think there will be not a single tweet on the. I'm sorry, but 4 trophies. I think if 4 trophies happens, Man United should actually delete their club. Just delete it. Don't want to hear about Man United ever again.
I was joking with my brother saying if we win 4, we've completed football. Like, what's the point after that, right? Like, we've finished the game and we just put the pad down after that, right?
Might as well just start like the Super League or some shit. Just finish football.
Yeah, you know what? At that point, it's like, let's go Super League, man. Because it's like, this is what it is. You know, another thing, fellas, that I think is crazy is if because like Ryan was saying, like you wake up this morning and I set my alarm this morning to watch the draw, and like I was just like looking at how the cookie crumbled on the draw. It's crazy to see how the 2 sides are different. So over here, you've got the Premier League champions and Premier League leaders. You've got the Champions League winners. You've got the La Liga champions and the La Liga leaders all on one side. And then on this side over here, you've got Liverpool and, Bayern Munich leading the Bundesliga, but only leading it by 4 points over a team that didn't even get to the second round of the Champions League. And then you've got the 7th place team in La Liga and the 3rd place team in the Portuguese league. Like, not even the leaders and not even the champions, like the 3rd place league. Again, don't want to disrespect Benfica. Obviously, they've come through their group and then they did what they just did. And, they've got a rich history in Europe as well. They're a very proud club, but like not on our level at the moment, right? So, yeah, I feel like the way it all went as well for us was very, very, very good. And sorry, last thing I just want to say on this as well is we have Benfica, Man City, Benfica in a week. They have Liverpool, Atletico in a week, and that's a big difference.
So who have the toughest? Which team
Chelsea.
right now?
Chelsea.
No, different.
Chelsea.
No, I'm talking about Liverpool and Manchester City, because in that week, Liverpool going to play Benfica and City. Who have the toughest run? Which team fans would have? Wow.
We do.
We do
We
because
still have to play United. We still have to play Tottenham.
Oh no, sorry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we still have a few tough away games as well, and then obviously we have City away.
No, we have Tottenham at home. We have Everton,
Tottenham, City, United,
and these are all teams that will do everything in their power to stop us from winning. Everything in their power.
Everton.
Yeah.
Everton are going to be fighting to go up, stay up. You know, you never know.
Like, it's almost written for Everton to try and get a draw against us, to do everything to try and get a draw. Not even to try and score. We're talking wasting time in the 30th minute, like Chelsea, you know, in 2014 against the Rodgers side. That's like madness they're going to be trying to pull, in my opinion.
Who else have we got? The thing is, the games before. So,
no, go on, bro. Go on. No, you were speaking first, man. Go on.
I was going to say, it's interesting the games we both have before we played the Manchester City game, because they've got Burnley. Now, Burnley are fighting their asses off to stay up. So you never know. We've got Watford, they're fighting up as well. So we could literally come into, there'd be a scenario, we'll be coming Man City again when we both drop points.
Or there's a scenario that we go into the next game, win the game, and then we're on top. Like, we're on top as they play Burnley, right?
What are we saying? Weghorst to do it. Last minute corner, 1-0. And City can't break through because they didn't buy the striker. They so badly.
Ben me.
Yeah, Ben me, the way he, like, how he did he dunk on Romero? I need Ben me dunking on Laporte. I need to dunk on Laporte.
You remember 2018 season where we were leading City by God knows how many points.
7 points. Could have been 10 if you beat them.
They catch us back. The same momentum Liverpool in right now. And a lot of people at the time were saying they would have loved to be in Liverpool seat, but City come and pick it over us. And it's been back round right now where Liverpool have the confidence, winning the Carabao Cup, coming into the next 9 games. City, when you look at their fixtures, although they have easier opponents, they struggle to score goal and they struggle to break down team. And I wonder if we beat Watford, top of the table, play against Burnley down in the relegation. That's going to put a lot of pressure on them. Will they have that mentality to say, listen, I know they can win 10, 15 games on the bounce, but this is going to be a different pressure with Atletico Madrid, knowing Pep Guardiola have Atletico Madrid in the week for focus plan. Because sometimes Pep always overthink it to kind of switch up teams in the Premier League, but I think they are under a lot of pressure because of the Champions League. They want to win the Champions League while we don't have to win it. We already win it. It would be good for us to win it, but we don't have that amount of pressure on our back like City have the pressure.
It's true. I want to know, what are you guys' like opinions, obviously, on the Trent thing? Do you think that's fabricated? Do you think that's true that Trent's obviously got a hamstring injury, or do you think we're kind of pulling a 2004 Mourinho where he's like, no one's going into international friendlies? We have 3 massive competitions. Every game's a cup final. You fake that injury. Is that what you think, or do you think he's generally injured?
I believe he's injured.
You believe he's
I'm
injured?
in denial.
I'm in denial too. I think it's the one position we don't have like legitimate like for like cover, and it's too coincidental. He didn't come off the pitch against Arsenal. He didn't complain about anything. So I don't know. Obviously, we don't see his records, and like it is what it is now. We just have to wait 2 weeks. But like, obviously, he won't play on Sunday because the England game is after that. But like, I would be shocked if he's not back for Watford.
Yeah, do you know what though? Even if he does have a niggly hamstring injury, I don't think Milner comes in. I think Gomez.
Gomez right back.
I think Gomez comes in because he had the cameo and I don't think he played too bad in his last cameo in the Premier League. I think it was about 2-3 weeks back.
Wasn't it Norwich? Yeah, no one really got past him on that right hand side. He was quite good. He just bad attacking wise.
Yeah, and Matip was having a little bit of a wobble. Remember, Matip kind of went 2-3 games where he was a bit wobbly, and Gomez kind of, I think, bailed him out with his pace a few times. I think we forget how fast Gomez actually is. You know, and even though Gomez, let's be honest, he's never going to deliver a ball like Trent. I think defensively he's better than Trent still. I know. Let's be honest, and Trent's not. I think Trent is he's matured so much defensively this season. Even though Martinelli gave him a hard time last game, I think Martinelli gives many right backs a hard time. The Trent lens is massive. The lens on Trent's defending, because remember, one mistake from Trent and it's trending all over the world. But people won't want to know that Cancelo's actually been dribbled past more times than Trent. But no one actually knows that. In fact, no one actually cares. Because it's City and obviously the Liverpool lens is different. But did anyone know that? I'll repeat that again. Cancelo has been dribbled past more times than Trent Alexander-Arnold, but Trent Alexander-Arnold was the poor defender.
That's the English media. That's how the English media work and the English fans work. They always go to focus on Trent. I still believe he's the best right back for England, but Gareth Southgate don't see that. I don't know.
He's the best right back, like, in the history of the Premier League. Like, there's nobody close. Like, it's different if you were talking about left backs, because we've had like Ashley Cole and, you know, like, there isn't a right back like Trent. He's brand new. He's a whole other, like, he's got obviously the attacking qualities, but like, he's not a bad defender. Like, it's all this whole like narrative that particularly, you know, there's a lot of United people in the media as well. Like, there's just this whole narrative that people need to have something to pull people down. It's funny, like, I was back home in the UK a couple of months ago, and I got into a car, and there's a couple of like different like lads in there with supporting different teams. And as soon as I sat down, like about 2 minutes later, something came up about Trent. And they're like, oh, Trent can't defend. And I had to turn around and, like, because there's somebody from the back, I was sitting in the passenger seat. And I said, why are you talking about what a guy can't do? Like, do we ever go around and say, like, oh, like, Ronaldo, his passing's not great? Like, we don't talk about that, right? Like, do we ever talk about, like, other, like Harry Kane? Like, we don't talk about stuff he can't do. Like, usually when you've got a player, you talk about their qualities most of the time. And I understand that Trent's a defender and he's supposed to be able to defend, but he does defend. Like, how do you have our defensive record if Trent can't defend? The only team that's conceded less than us is Manchester City. So, like, and even that's going to be blown away in a couple of weeks because we're trending upwards and they're trending downwards. So, yeah, no.
And it's only by 2 goals, by the way.
2 goals, yeah. Just on the Gomez Milner thing, if Trent is injured, then I think Gomez has to play in the Man City game, which means Gomez has to play in the Watford game, because you can't just put him cold into the and he has to play in the Champions League. Right. So for that reason, normally in that situation, if there was no like warming up to stuff, I'd personally play Millie in the Watford game just because he's a bit more progressive going forward. But I would never play Milner ahead of Gomez against Man City, because you know what they're going to do on that side, right? They're going to put like a fast, young, dynamic, dribbling, pacey person there. And like, that's not a good look for Milner, even though he's come up against it recently. I feel like the one thing is Gomez can handle that really well because he's an amazing defender, right?
This about Trent. I want to talk about. I believe if Trent born in Brazil or play for Brazil,
100%.
for Argentina, I don't understand why people hate on Trent. Going forward, fantastic. This season, much improved in him defense. Chelsea, Carabao Cup final, he was solid. And a few games he was solid at the back. But I still don't understand the narrative in England when it comes on to Trent. This guy blew everybody. Even I think Cafu or one of these Brazil right back come out and talk about Trent. Say he's going to be the best right back of all time when him hang up in boots. Over 50
I agree with it. I agree with Trent's going to be the best. Yeah.
That's a lot. And I'm saying if he playing for Argentina, nobody would have talked about him different. Marcelo can defend? No. Daniel Vels can defend? No. Them Russell and Trent, they're probably similar. But people keep on talking about, they're not talking about him strength, what he can do. But keep on, him cannot defend, him can. Always trying to take away that from Trent.
It's even, to be fair, when people look back at things, Dani Alves wasn't the best defender when he was coming through. You got to remember, Dani Alves became the best right back ever, because I still think that Dani Alves right now is the best right back to ever play the game. His defensive qualities came in his late 20s. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Trent is 20. Trent is 5 months or 6 months into 23 years of age. Even if he was crap at defending, he's allowed to be if he's that good going forward. What manager doesn't think Trent to Harry Kane for England? What manager doesn't think Trent to Harry Kane? Trent to Harry Kane. And what's worse, we play 5 at the back. Why is Trent not playing then? Because now he doesn't even have to defend. So now,
bonkers.
If we're playing 5 at the back and you're telling me Trent can't defend, then right wing back, he's not really going to have to do much defending. There you go. Even though it's a myth, you've covered both. You know,
both bases,
both bases. And on top of that, I've stopped. There's a few people I've stopped defending for a while now. Salah, I've stopped defending people when they talk about Salah's all-round game. I've stopped trying to explain myself. Trent, I've given up explaining myself about
same,
Trent,
mate. Yeah.
thing. And I think those are the two main ones. And the reason I say that now is because I've realized that whenever someone's in form, playing out of their skin, the first person they go, oh, is he as good? Like he's doing better than Trent. The first name in their head he gets compared to. If any player is playing good in right back, they go, oh, they compare him to Trent. Same with the centre backs. When Diaz is having a blinder of a season, Thiago Silva starts playing really well. Who are they getting compared to? Virgil van Dijk. When any attacker is playing really well, or around the world, Benzema, whatever it be, Lewandowski, who does he get compared to? Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah's not even a striker, rude boy. He's not even a striker. We are the benchmark. I've come to realize this is why I don't argue no more. This is why I just smile and wave on the Madagascar thing. This is why I smile and wave, because at the end of the day, I see you, man. Look at us, and you look at us as the benchmark. So when someone does well, you got to compare him to our guys, because that's what we be rocking. You know what I mean?
Diaz better than Van Dijk.
Ain't nobody better than Van Dijk. Like nobody's better than Van Dijk. Lads, this doesn't happen if we don't have the. If we don't have.
I don't even reply.
Sorry?
You see, I didn't even reply.
Yeah, no, you're right, man. The thing with these comparisons is it is all about the club they play for, because, you know, Man City or Chelsea, the stick you can beat them with is that, like, they bought the league, or they did this, or they did that. You know, the big difference with us is the thing that people hate about Liverpool is our passion and like what we feel about the team and what we feel about the club. That's why I'm going to say it on here. Like Man United gave up their city. Manchester United should hate Man City more than they hate Liverpool, but they would rather Liverpool not win the league and Man City win the league. They'd rather be second in their city. Think about that as a mentality. Think about that.
Manchester United this is the worst time to be United. How are both your biggest rivals, your noisy neighbours and your local rivals are fighting toe to toe for the biggest trophies in the game? That's like Everton and Man United suddenly becoming the best two teams in the world. That's down there with the pits of hell. Like it don't get worse than that. So right now, do I sympathise for Man U? No, because they had us in a headlock for 25 years. So I do not sympathise for them fools over there. But at the same time, I feel like they just don't want to hear 20 times, 20 times. They can't sing 20 times Man United anymore if we go and win that title. They are on their knees. I'll tell you this now, Man United fans are on their knees. They don't want 20. They don't.
And that's why them Lego City the other day, them look when Manchester United come and play Liverpool at Anfield, they're going to play like them playing the World Cup final.
Oh,
They
100%.
Leicester City, you know, and they're going to
batter
play
them.
Liverpool at the final.
I see 4-1. We're gonna batter United. I'm sorry. At Anfield, in the form that they're playing in, with that dinner lady Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, we're gonna batter them. We'll batter them. But listen, guys, thank you so much
Jesus,
for having
Mons.
me on.
Yeah.
I love how you
Oh,
said dinner lady. Dinner lady.
Oh, because I
Mons.
call Rashford a dinner lady. Yeah, he's not playing in football right now, is he? He's a dinner lady. But
I'm sorry, but he's a pace merchant.
So yeah, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for having me on. As I said, Ryan, again, I hope to jump on very soon. Very nice to meet you as well, bro. As well, it's been lovely over here, guys.
Keep up, Mons. Keep up.
Yeah,
And,
appreciate
good
it.
luck with supper.
Go and subscribe to. I don't know if you can see put the name up, but go and subscribe to Big Six Bands. It should be the name should be there.
I'll put a link in. I'll put a link in chat for you, Mons.
Yeah. Go and subscribe. And one last message for the City fans out there, Pep. I'm coming for you, rude boy. Remember, you used to be a DM. Remember your days as a DM. You're a D. Go back to being a DM and checking your shoulder because I can see my reflection in the back of your bald head. So just remember that, yeah? Remember that, rude boy.
Love it, man.
Anyway, guys, take care. God bless. And I will see you very, very, very soon. Big up everyone in the chat. Like on your way in and like on your way out. Peace.
But yeah, this Man United thing, we just need to go away, man. You know, Man United fans, I'm telling you, they're going to play Liverpool hard when they come at Anfield. And when they're supposed to play the small team in them city, them just lie down like a little lady and just step beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how Manchester United fans stay. But anyway, people. But anyway, what do you think about the Champions League round of 16? So Real Madrid, Chelsea. What do you think going to happen in Jersey in that one?
Well, as quickly before I say, I actually predicted this before the draw even happened in the spin stream. I said I have a very big feeling Chelsea Madrid are going to happen again. And last time Chelsea battered Madrid, but there's something different with this Madrid team now. Vinicius is on superb form. Benzema, one of the best strikers, one of my favourite strikers. He's in great form, but of course he's injured. But I think he's going to be very dangerous. But the thing is, Chelsea have got a very good defence. So for me, I think Chelsea will go through. But I think Madrid are going to give them a hard game.
So we could see a Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Liverpool, because the English team them strong. And City is a favourite. I don't know why these guys continue to be favourite every year and them never win it for the last 6 years. Liverpool is the second favourite. Chelsea is the third favourite. So either two English team or only one English team going to be in the final. What do you think about Real Madrid, Chelsea? You think Chelsea going to beat them?
You know what? Real Madrid are like us. Like they come alive when the Champions League's on. So it's really hard to say. Ryan, you might have noticed this from the Liverpool Toronto like WhatsApp chat. Like I'm not massively keen on Chelsea, to be honest with you. Like I said, like Jersey boy, obviously you wouldn't be privy to this. Like I said, probably in like November, December. Like I don't think Chelsea are our business. Like I think they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, and they're the champions of Europe. But like obviously, like Liverpool and Man City are on that like next level of like clubs at the moment, you know, and you see it like I saw a stat the other day saying that like since 2018 to 2019 there's 1 point difference between the two of them, how many points they've picked up in the last 2.5 years, right? Like 1 point just between them, which is crazy. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I feel like yes, Chelsea will have a lot of like momentum going into it, but like I don't know, man, over 2 games, like Modric, Cruz, Benzema, like these guys are old heads and they know what to do. Even Alaba, Courtois in goal, old Chelsea boy. I'm going to go Madrid.
Okay. For me,
I wouldn't be surprised if Madrid do it.
Yeah.
I think nothing changed with both teams. I think both teams have the same team from last year and Chelsea walk over them. But it's Carlo Ancelotti, experienced manager, and I expect Real Madrid to beat this Chelsea team. Chelsea didn't impress me this season so far, but Chelsea is a team that sometimes you write them off. Everybody write them off and they end up winning the Champions League. you know. But let's move on. So Bayern Munich, Villarreal.
Quickly, Ryan, you forgot. Chelsea, Real Madrid have David Alaba now, and he's been fantastic. Oh yeah, coach, just put your link in.
Thank you, brother.
Done.
Okay.
There we go.
So
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
you sing Bayern. You say you sing Bayern, Ryan.
Yeah, Bayern Munich up against the Europa League champion. What do you think that one?
I can see assault. I can. You know what? I could see 15-1 on aggregate or something like that.
No,
6,
Jeff, boy, come
7-1. But Bayern smashed Salzburg. I'm sorry, but Villarreal, they're gonna get absolutely mullered. They're gonna get mullered. But Bayern's defense is not that good, so I could see like them scoring 2 or 3 goals. But I think it could be like 6-2 first set and 3-0 or something. But they've got Sane, Lewandowski, Koeman, Müller. I think Bayern will comfortably go through. But then again, we saw Villarreal knock Juventus, and we didn't see that coming. But I just think Bayern are going to be too strong for them, even though they've got a leaky defense. I'm going to go comfortable for Bayern to go through to the semi-finals.
What do you think, Ryan?
I think this Villarreal team winning the Europa League. Bayern not on the best form right now, and see them play against Salzburg in that first game where they draw 1-1. If they play against Villarreal away from home, it's going to be a difficult ball game. But I think this Villarreal team is something special. I still think Bayern Munich will beat them, but not as battered. I don't think so. It's going to be a very close game because Unai Emery is a very good manager and stuff. So I'm expecting the Europa League champion to do a miracle. Hopefully they can pull off an upset.
I hope so. Come on, Liverpool, Villarreal semi-finals, and the other ones have got it will just be like a big middle finger to them.
Liverpool Villarreal was the semi-final in 2016 in the Europa League.
Oh, I didn't know that. Do you know? I actually have a lot of respect for Villarreal fans because they're lovely team, lovely people. Because I saw after they won against Juventus, they literally had a huge banner, commemorating the 96 who died. So I've got to say, I have so much respect for that club, and it's a shame.
Albi's there.
He's done his ACL again.
Yeah.
It's really a shame, but come on, Villarreal, please, come on, please.
Big up to all the people them doing in the chat. Big up to Demo, Philip, football chat. Big up, enough love and respect, Virgin. We can catch up after that Liverpool game against Nottingham Forest in the week. So, big up.
Move on one. City,
Athletic. Very good team. Athletic Madrid. Not Athletic Madrid 3-4 years ago, but I think City will too strong for them. I see them play enough this season against Manchester United. They didn't impress me. Liverpool, tear them apart. So I'm think City going to go through. What do you think about that, Jersey boy?
Quick question to you. Do you think it's going to be comfortable? Do you think Atletico Madrid are going to give them hell, but they will go through? I think they're going to give them hell. But I think it's going to be like 1-0 on both legs. It's going to be like a 2-0 aggregate, and it's going to be like they're just going to hit the post. Atletico Madrid are going to do. Oh no, I've been shot. I've seen the Man United game. Like they literally fall over like there's some guy with a sniper. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I don't know if Man City are going to go through. Like, here's the thing. If you gave me £10 or $10 to bet, I would put it on Man City. Like, I think they've got the probability that they will go through. But like Atletico Madrid are not mugs, man. They're like the champions of Spain. And sure, they're not contending this season, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that when you're a team that's not used to winning, and then you reach that promised land, to then go again, quickly turn it around. And it was a tournament year as well. So they win their league in June. A bunch of them go off to their international teams, Euro 2021 or Copa America, and then they got to come back and just go and do it again. That doesn't normally happen. You have to have this elite mentality to go again and again, and they don't have that. but that doesn't mean that they're not a brilliant team on the day, right? And they were much better than Man United over the 2 legs. Like, you'll hear Man United fans trying to be like, oh, you know, like, they time wasted and they this. It should have been like 3-0 at their ground, to be honest with you. Like, it should have been done after the first game.
They hit the crossbar like twice.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what? Like, I feel like it's going to be so close. I also think this one could be one of those that, like we were talking about other matches, like, it could just be like one decision that makes this. Do I think Man City are going to blow Atletico Madrid away? No chance. Like, no chance. Like, I don't think it's going to be comfortable. And, you know, the great thing for us is the games we're sandwiched in between these 2 games. They're going to have hell. I think Jersey Boy used the word hell. They're going to have hell in those 2 matches.
Just think about it. Just think about it. We have Benfica. We could tweak a little bit against Benfica. They're going to have to play full-on first team. You know, I don't think Diaz will be, if Diaz available. Ruben Diaz, Cancelo. That they could get an injury from that. They could get fatigue because you know how Atletico Madrid are going to put 9 people in the box trying to stop them. I think them getting Atletico could be the advantage. You know, it could be a real advantage for us to go in the City game, but.
The first leg for City, they playing Atletico Madrid before.
It's for us. It's Watford, Benfica, City. Them is Burnley, Atletico, Liverpool. They've got Atletico, Liverpool, then Atletico again.
So we're not going to play them, right? City. They're going to play
10th of April.
The 10th. But they're going to play a game, Premier League game before they play us, right? That's the Burnley game.
No, they play Burnley. Then they're gonna in midweek they're gonna play Atletico Madrid, and then on the weekend they play us. So they've got 2 Champions League games. That's why it was crazy that if we had drawn City, would have had City 3 times in the bloody row. So
and then we could have had him in the FA Cup as well, which is the week after that.
City.
It could have been, yeah. It could have been. So it still can be City the week after, though. Obviously, in the FA Cup.
Please no, I don't want City. I'm in the final just so I can.
So Liverpool
slap that man's bald head.
Liverpool, Benfica. That's the only game we talk about. After we talk about this Benfica game, then we move on to the preview for the Nottingham Forest. So Benfica, we're not going to underestimate this Benfica. You know, the last time Liverpool played Benfica in the Champions League, they defeat us 6. They knocked us out.
Yeah, I was there. I was at Anfield that night. Yeah, it's horrible night, man. Horrible night.
Yeah, they knock us out. So I want revenge against this team, and they have some very good players. They have 2 Manchester City players playing at the back, and they have a good striker. A lot of people say he's the next.
Wait, who?
Cavani.
Who's playing a centre back? They've got Otamendi. Who's the other centre back?
Otamendi and
No, it's Tottenham for Tongan. And Otamendi at the back.
We know we will always dopey up in the Premier League. So Benfica first game will be at Anfield, so it's just going to be special. The second leg. The second leg will be at
Bayern's the one where we're playing. To be fair, last time we played Bayern in the Champions League, we played them away second. So, we're playing Anfield after City.
So Liverpool going to win that game. What say you guys? Liverpool.
Yeah, go. For me, like I feel like you come up against the 3rd place team in the Portuguese league. I don't particularly like. I only saw the highlights of Benfica versus Ajax, but I wasn't impressed, to be honest with you. Darwin Núñez, the Uruguayan forward, he's supposed to be legit, and he's linked to a lot of teams. You know how they love like the new Maradona, the new Messi, like he's the new Cavani because he's a target man and he's Uruguayan. Looks good. Don't think that there's anything. Someone like Matip and Van Dijk are twin towers. Like I don't think that they would fear them. I know that they've got like a few Premier League old players as well, right? Like we said, Otamendi, Vertonghen, Adel Taarabt plays for them as well. I think it would be a massive, massive shock if they were able to pull something off against us. The fact as well is that I know we're talking about Benfica v Liverpool, but Benfica v Liverpool and Manchester City and Atletico are both on the 5th as well. So that's a really good thing because number one, we've got 5 days between the match, so we can actually play a pretty good team. Both Manchester City and Liverpool can play a pretty good team in their first Champions League quarter-final leg. So yeah, for me, I think, you know, obviously biased, but like I think it should be a fairly routine win. And you know, look at what we've done in Portugal over in the Klopp era. We usually go to Porto and do really well. So yeah, I think it'll be a comfortable win in the first leg.
But yeah, as you said, Porto are the better team than Benfica, and we've ripped them apart twice. So
yeah,
I honestly think Benfica might score probably in one of the legs, but I think we'll go through comfortably. But you know, I think Benfica are a good team. They pulled off a huge shock, but again, I think the reason why they pulled off the shock is because Ajax didn't take their chances. Benfica did. Ajax had like 16 chances, 2 of them on target, and they just couldn't get it in. Yeah. Sebastian Haller was not playing well up front and stuff like that. And, you know, there's times where you don't take your chances, the other team will bite you in the arse. And that's what happened. And I think we will go through comfortably. But, you know, I probably could see in their scoring, but I wouldn't underestimate them. But, you know, I don't think it's biased saying we should go through comfortably because you've got to have a look at both teams. We have only lost 1 game in the Champions League, and that was against Inter. But to be fair, we could afford a loss because we were through. So, yeah, I think we'll go through comfortably. So I think City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Bayern.
And even that XG of that game, Jersey Boy, it's like we had 3.6, I think, XG, and Inter had 0.6. So, like, they didn't even have a goal, technically. They scored a wonder goal. And we
it was a wonder goal, to be fair.
3 times. Yeah, we did. We hit the post 3 times, right? So I don't even know if that is even... Like, it's a defeat for sure. I see that more as the one defeat that we had to get out of our system.
The wake-up call.
The wake-up call, that's the right word. Yeah, because for me, it was like the last time we dropped points was the January the 2nd game against Chelsea, and then we just won every game. We needed to drop a match somewhere, and I feel like the Inter match was the one. And even Klopp said it afterwards. He said the art of football is knowing which game to lose. So yeah, I kind of feel like that was huge. You know, another thing about Ajax is the same thing we were talking about Man City before, is at this stage of the season in these competitions, you really have to have people who can put the ball in the net. And Man City don't have a striker. It could also bite them in the ass. And that's literally what happened to Ajax. They just couldn't finish their chances.
Well said, well said, well said. I hope that bite Manchester City when they go up against Liverpool. No striker. So let's move on to the big game, FA Cup quarterfinal. Liverpool in a next quarterfinal, and we cannot take this Nottingham Forest team like it. They defeat Leicester City, they defeat Arsenal at home, so they're playing very good football at home. Although in the championship they're sitting in 8th position, they have 58 points, so them still in the playoff spot. But Nottingham Forest is a big team, the first English team to win the Champions League back in the day.
Man U were the first team. Man U won it in 68, and then we won it a couple of times. But yeah, Nottingham Forest have won it twice. Yeah.
No, Nottingham Forest is the first English team to win the Champions League. Back them time.
No. Sure? Man U won it first. Man U won it in 68.
Yeah.
Celtic won it in 67 as the first British team, and then United won it in 68. Yeah. But they've won it twice. They're European royalty, man. They've won it more times than Arsenal, Tottenham. Like, throw me any other team, right?
Chelsea,
like Chelsea, yeah.
As relevant as Nottingham. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
Just put you as relevant as Nottingham in Europe. Shut up.
Yeah. So Nottingham Forest have got as many Champions Leagues as Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, Man City combined. Go take that, your top 6.
Damn.
Fair enough. Big up to Sports Forensics. Enough love and respect. You know that the last 5 games, Nottingham Forest play at home. 4 win and 1 draw. So they has been undefeated at home.
Wow, I didn't know that.
They hop against the former Liverpool, the former champion. It's going to be a tough game, and I'm really looking forward to see this game against Nottingham Forest. Do you think this Nottingham Forest team can upset this Liverpool team, Jersey boy?
Yeah, quickly I want to say this. I think the game's going to be very emotional because if you guys remember, I think the last time we played Nottingham Forest, it was in the FA Cup. It was the incident of Hillsborough. So it's going to be emotional for both fans. But, you know, it's going to be a huge clash. And I think both teams are going to enjoy it. But they can. There's this kid they've got on their team, which I want us to go sign because I think it'd be perfect as a Trent replacement. Jed Spence. This kid is ridiculous. I scored this goal he scored against QPR. Absolute weldy. But no, I think we will beat Forest. But I think Forest will give us a hard time because they've got James Garner, who's doing really good, and he's, you know, a £1 loan. Jed Spence, Ben John. They've got some really good players, but I think will be too much for them. Of course, we're going to play a rotated side, but you know, our rotated side beat Norwich, and I have comfortable that our rotated side will beat Nottingham Forest. But I think they will give us some problems.
Listen, I'm looking at the stats right now. You know, we haven't beat Nottingham Forest, you know, for the last 9, for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So the last 8 times we play Nottingham Forest in the 90s, we haven't beat them.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Got a bad record.
We haven't beat them. They beat us 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times them win. And draw 4 times.
Oh, draw. Wow.
And you know, every time we play them at home, Nottingham Forest at home, them beat us.
Wow. I did not know that. It's the first Premier League game live of all time as well. When it went from the Football League to the Premier League, the first ever live game on Sky was Liverpool away to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, this stats is crazy, man. So
it's crazy, but it's going to change.
You never know what can happen at the FA Cup, Jersey boy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we've seen teams from the National League. We've seen Bournemouth knock out bloody Bournemouth. There's been lots of shocks this year. We've seen Middlesbrough knock out bloody Tottenham and United. It can happen, but I think the team are going to be controlled, and I think we will beat them. But I think it's going to be close, and I think Forest are going to give us a lot of problems. And I think Jed Spence is going to put on a very good game, and I think he's going to go top. You know, look at me, sign me.
Listen, I'll be honest with you guys. Looking at these stats, I am a little bit worried because it's an FA Cup game, and it's going to be Nottingham Forest. Their fans will hope for it. This championship team, they will hope for it, and this is a history game with Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, and this can be a tricky one for us. I'm telling you. I hope not. But what do you think about the game, though?
I think we've covered most of the points here. That like it's going to be tricky. I don't think Jurgen's going to let the boys take them lightly. There's been a few giant killings this year. Middlesbrough's crazy though, man. Like if there's a traditional like top 6, they knocked out 2 of them, right? And now they're playing Chelsea, I believe, this weekend as well. I'm with you, Jersey boy. Jed Spence is a baller. Like he's from the Fulham Academy as well. Like Harvey Elliott, like Cavallo, like Fulham know how to Sessignon, although he didn't really make it yet.
You should have come at Liverpool, bro.
Sorry?
You should have come at Liverpool on a link.
Yeah, he should have. He should have.
Joker, bro.
Yeah, although we got Robbo, I feel like we didn't need him in the end because it was like, yeah, the progress Robbo's made after being an 8 million signing from a relegated team is just insane. But yeah, no, I'm not that worried. They've got a couple of good strikers. I think their position in the league is false as well because it's so close. Obviously, like Fulham have taken off, but like after that, it's pretty close, and that'll just keep changing. I think Forest are actually good enough to come up. They've shown it, but like I just think we will have too much for them, and I don't think we're gonna go easy on Sunday. By the way, we know Ali's playing from Jurgen Klopp's press conference. Alisson's gonna be the goalkeeper, so that kind of sets the tone for me. Is like Ali plays. I would like Virgil to play, Fab, and like two of any of the front five, and with Origi, I think we should be totally fine, man.
Should we do pitting 11s, Ryan?
All right, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
You go first, Ryan.
For me, I want every trophy, so I'm going with a strong team. Alisson. We need to get this summer. We have to get a challenge for Trent. We has to go and get a right back because
Spence,
I don't
get him in.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
How much do you think Liverpool would pay for him?
20.
Liverpool not buying
he's a Middlesbrough. He's a Middlesbrough online. Probably 10, 15 million, I think.
We're not buying a backup player for 20.
10 million?
Have you guys seen what Nico's doing for Fulham, though? For real.
You see that goal for Fulham?
Yeah. And it's not just his goal. He's playing really well, man.
I think club should get, that club kill a lot of this Liverpool player confident and build a lot of confidence. I think club mismanaged Nico. I think he could give Nico much more game in this Liverpool team. I know Trent is a fantastic player, but listen, he cannot play every game. And if we continue to play Trent like this, by the time I reach 26, I'm going to be done.
Great, yeah.
He need a little bit of break, and he have to same thing with the Rabbits. I know they are the strong player for Liverpool, but we need to give Tsimikas, because I think Tsimikas has been excellent every time in playing. But Jurgen Klopp, he need to trust in Tsimikas a little bit more. Give him a little bit more playing time, and things will happen. Same thing with Nico. We end up with a forced Nico. We could have Nico playing at busting up, but Klopp just don't believe in the young man. See, so let us see. But I'm going with Gomez, bro. We have to get. I don't like to see Gomez need to go out and get some playing time. I don't think him staying at Liverpool. I think he need to go out and get some more game time. I don't think he's a right back. Very, very poor when he play right back. See?
Joe Archer go for him, I think.
Playing Nottingham Forest, I would play James Milner. Experienced, been there, done that, play him at right back. Tsimikas, I'm going with Gomez and Kanate. I would love to see Virgil in this game, but I don't know if Klopp going to play. Yeah? But if he play, kudos to Jurgen Klopp with him and Kanate. So midfield, Jesus Christ. Fabinho, Navigator, and Curtis for me. Resting Thiago. Up front, I'm going with Jota, Diaz, Mane. Firmino coming off the bench. I still think Firmino should be a role player. I still think Firmino should keep on coming off the bench. He can make big impact. And this is where Klopp, sometimes, loyalty going to kill you. Sometimes, I think Klopp believe in a lot of loyalty. And sometimes you have to, give everybody a fair chance. I think Roberto Firmino play enough game. I think him lose him spot in this team. And I think Firmino need to come off the bench. He better when him come off the bench. He can make. We see that so many times Roberto Firmino coming off the bench make big. For me, Firmino coming off the bench. I don't want to see Salah be nowhere near this team. And Demo, you could say anything you want to say down in the comment section. Make sure you like the video. Takamina need to get sell, brother. I don't know where you get this Takamina. You need to get sell, bro. I don't want to see him in the starting team. You know what I mean? This team bigger than Takamina. Sorry, Dio. So what do you guys? He must say Takamina have to play. You agree with that?
Yes.
Over who?
Listen to my team. Alisson, Gomez, Kanate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, because for the simple fact that this is our last game of international break and the Netherlands aren't playing till I think they're playing Denmark. The Netherlands are playing Denmark the following weekend. So
it's a whole week off.
He's gonna have a whole week off. So I think he can afford it. So Tsimikas, of course. I'm gonna go. I think he's gonna rest. I think he's gonna go Fabinho, but I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go Fabinho, Keita, Elliott, and front three is gonna be Jota because he needs more game time, needs to get better. I think he's gonna go Jota, Bobby, Taki, because Salah has felt pain in his foot. So I think he needs to get a rest, and he hasn't had a lot of rest recently. Mane has been a bit, but he's been doing very good. But I think he needs a rest also. And, I think we need to get the players who need the minutes, Bobby and Jota do. And I think Taki is the domestic cup. He's been so good for us in the domestic cup. So I think Minamino and, I will do a very strong team with some rotation. And then you can bring on, if you want, Oxlade-Chamberlain or Origi. Maybe Origi start.
Hold on, Jersey boy. If it's a one-win trophy, why we want to play Takamina? Why we want to play Axel Chamberlain?
Because we would not be in this point in the competition if it wasn't for him. Bro, he scored the only goals against Norwich. It was him. If it wasn't for Taki, we wouldn't be here right now.
I'm gonna go with let me go with my team. So I'm gonna go Ali in goal too. I'm gonna go Milner right back. Gomez centre back with Virgil. I think Virgil will play, and Costas left back. I think all three of us said Fab in the middle, but I think Fabinho and Hendo might take a half each or split that up. I'm same midfield as Jersey Boy. I think Naby on the left and Elliott on the right of the eight, and then I think because Mane and Salah are going to have this Egypt versus Senegal round 2 shootout for the World Cup. I don't think either of them are going to play much. Might be on the bench if we're struggling, but I think it'll be Divock on the left, Bobby in the middle, and Jota on the right. That's what I think he'll do.
That could happen, but
I don't think Ryan's feeling it at all.
The up top winner will get knocked out. If we use Origi, if we use Minamino, we'll get knocked out of this competition. Nottingham Forest up for this game, brother. We want to win the trophy. FA a long time in the TS FA Cup. We have to start Diaz, Mane. Them players that can come off of the bench. It's time and place for everything, Jersey.
Where are you going? Diaz, Mane, Jota?
Yes, man. And I'm be honest with you, I'm selling Origi this summer, and I'm selling Minamino.
Origi's going. He's going.
Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that he's not signing a new contract. He's leaving on a free, and AC Milan want him.
Yeah.
So I think a good appointment if you had to replace Zlatan, because Zlatan's nearly 50 years old now. So yeah, it makes sense.
So Jersey boy, in the summer, we need to get rid of some of these baggage players.
Yes.
In the summer, we need to get rid of the baggage player. Minamino, Axel Chamberlain.
Oxlade has to go. He's just
Origi.
Origi's gone. He's gone. He's leaving on a free.
Minamino can't manage a Premier League, brother. Minamino weak, bro. As they brush Minamino him drop down pan ground, brother.
Problem is, Ryan, that's not how you build a squad, right? Minamino's our 7th choice in attack and Origi's our 6th choice in attack. So we can sell them. I'm not saying we can't sell them. Of course we can. We'll make money actually on Minamino, because a mid-table, bottom half table Premier League team would buy them. He's scored goals even when he went to Southampton, he scored a few goals. But the problem is, it's who are you bringing in then? And saying to them, oh, by the way, you're going to be the 7th choice player for Liverpool in attack or the 6th choice. That's the issue here. Same with Ox. Like, I'm down for Ox to go, but you don't get rid of Ox and then suddenly we're getting like a Bellingham or someone in. That's not how this works, right? For Bellingham to come in, Hendo has to go. Like, that's the kind of level here. So it's like, who's the...
fall off now?
Sorry?
You think End needs to fall off right now?
No. I'm not saying Hendo needs to go.
No. I'm asking you a question because I see this narrative where Endo, he's the Endo of being in best. I don't know what
he hasn't.
No.
You seen the balls he's been putting in recently?
Yeah.
That bloody ball to Salah. Then the other night he had another assist. I think Henderson sometimes has bad games, but he makes it up. I think recently there's been mistakes like against Arsenal. Yeah, Thiago decided to do a Lingard and pass it straight back to Lacazette. Lacazette can't finish for crap, because if I was Lacazette, I would have shot first time and not passed it to Odegaard. But people are going to make mistakes. Thiago made that mistake, and what did he do? He immediately fixed his mistake by giving by assisting the first goal. So, Henderson is not finished. Basically, what we're just saying is that Bellingham's going in. He's just got to be first choice, because this kid is special. He's like a first choice kind of midfielder, not like a backup.
Yeah.
Because Bellingham's like 100 million, at least.
Listen, here is my thing now. I don't know if you the other day may do an Instagram live, right? And may I be honest with you now. Salah don't want to sign the contract this summer. If him don't, him agent don't want him signed for Liverpool. See? Me think we should never lose Salah for free.
No, I agree. If he doesn't sign the contract, sell him, because we cannot. If he doesn't want to, we get 100 million from this summer and then use that to buy different players. So if he goes for free, we're not getting any money, are we?
Yeah. So how much you think, Salah? How much do you think right now?
1 year left. I'm gonna go 90 to 100. No more than that.
Is that too much?
What do you think? 80, 60 million?
Because normally when a player have a 1 year leave on him contract, you're not getting 100 million for him. What do you think?
I don't think he's gonna go, personally. I think
he'll sign.
I think he'll sign. I think Klopp made a mistake last week, which he's owned up to. So Klopp, before the first Inter game, Klopp was basically like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay," and then 3 days later in the pre-match West Ham press conference, he's like, "Oh, actually, I didn't mean what I said the other day. My contract is till 2024. I'm leaving." And then he did the same thing again with Salah, and he just started talking about Salah's contract. So I feel like all of these things are not updates. They're not real stories. Like, basically, yes, Salah hasn't signed. Yes, Liverpool have given their best offer. And yes, Salah doesn't think it's good enough. But, you know, the thing that works in our favor as Liverpool fans is just look at the levels of misses that have left the club, right? Like, Wijnaldum is the best example at the moment. Like, man's not even in the Champions League squad. He's getting booed by the Paris fans. Like, yeah, Salah thinks he's better than that, and but why risk it? Like, you're a living legend at this team, and also he wants to go and be a record breaker and break a bunch of records. Like, we know that as Liverpool, so it's like there's this dance going on right now. I think we should pay him a hell of a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but we also can't mortgage our future on Salah as well, because one thing we have to remember about contracts is it's not a reward for what's happened. A contract is for how you're going to perform in the future. And Salah's price continues to go up because he continues to do really well. But there is going to be a day where Salah isn't the player that he is right now. And Liverpool have to try and safeguard against that as well. I think Jersey, but I think it will get sorted out. If it doesn't get sorted out, then I think we will sell him, yeah.
Listen, I don't think it's going to sort out.
No?
I have a feeling it won't, because his manager is going to try and go, "Oh, look, you can get 5 on the ground." And the thing is, Klopp's Fabrizio Romano has made it very clear, we do not want to break our wage structure at all.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what that means, but I think that's about 400. Anything more than 400,000, I think, is bigger than wage structure.
Yeah,
I think 400,000 is fair enough. I know he wants Ronaldo and other numbers, but we're not stupid like Real Madrid or Man United paying 300,000 for a backup goalkeeper. We're not that stupid. I think he's making enough money. I think 400,000 is well enough for him. And if we don't want to do anymore, I think he can go. Unfortunately, we're not going to get 150 million for what we should be getting him because it's 1 year left. But I think if we manage to get at least 90 million, you're basically paying for like a Jude Bellingham. But the problem is, if we want to replace Salah, I don't think we can replace Salah. I think if you're replacing Salah, you've got to do it with multiple players, like a Bellingham, Rafinha, etc.
Well, we saw this the other day. Like, the first half against Arsenal, we played 11 versus 11. Most of the time, we play 11 versus 10 because 2 people are on Salah all the time. All the time. So, like, we don't even really know what it's like to play against 11 men. Most of the time, we play most Premier League games 1 man up because 2 people are on Salah, which means we have spare people around. And then you see that first half against Arsenal. It was really frustrating. That's point number 1. The second point about Salah is it sticks with Salah. Did you see the other day against Arsenal in that first half? It would go up, either short passes or long passes, and it would come right back again. That doesn't happen with Salah. He makes it stick, lays it off to Hendo, lays it off to Trent. So, like, we would have to slightly change our system if we didn't have Salah. Like, yeah, you could have somebody like a Rafinha or someone left-footed, but, like, for Rafinha to get to Salah's level, like, it's a bit of a drop-off. I rate Rafinha. I think he's a great player, but, like, he ain't ready-made to come in and, like, take over from Salah.
Listen, even if Salah want to sign a contract, but I still sell Salah.
If you would sell Salah if he even wants to sign a contract.
Yeah.
How can you say that, man? Like, he's the greatest Liverpool forward of the modern generation.
I'm sorry.
I know, but now I'm feeling where I think this is me. I don't know. I love Salah. I love Mane more. I don't know. I have this feel.
They're not comparable, man. They're not. We have to end this debate, bro. Like, they're not comparable. Like, Mane's a Liverpool legend. Salah's all-time Liverpool. Like, yeah, like, I agree with that. Like, you're trolling, bro. Like, Salah is an all-time. Like,
that's because me don't think Salah impact.
You're full screen now. You're full screen now. Say it with heart. Say you want to sell Salah.
Say it with your chest. Yeah.
No, because
I'll clip it up. I'll clip it up.
Listen, I'm set up shit for the world. People, Salah going to be 39. No, 30.
30. Yeah, he's 29.
He's 30 this year, and I don't think Salah. Because remember, we're signing Salah on a new contract. Remember with Pierre Aubameyang? Remember with most of these players when they reach age 30 and they get this big box.
Yeah.
It's like they not perform or they want to perform. Me believe if we can sell Salah, we can get 2 players. Rafinha, right? We can get Rafinha and we can get Saka to replace Salah. 2, we can get 2 players to replace Salah. And the weight structure, me just believe that Liverpool not budget. 300 them a game a week. And if him no accept that, them going to sell it. That's my honest opinion still. Still Salah right now. I think Salah can keep up with him right now.
All I'm gonna say, Ryan, is you're a walking troll. I'm joking.
No, seriously, bro. I sell Salah. Because
I get.
Salah. If you say you love the football club, like how you come and talk in every interview. If you say you love your wife, brother, see? If you say you love your wife and you go on every platform and me come on YouTube and say, oh, I love my wife, and she don't great at one thing. I go still work with her. Liverpool don't have the money like the Chelsea and the Manchester City. And these players watching other. If you want to get the money, they go and play for Manchester City. He's a legend. I appreciate everything that Salah has done for Liverpool. But me that sell Salah, now is the time to cash in on him.
But who's going to sign him? Real Madrid are going for Mbappe. They're not going to be able to afford him.
Real Madrid
City-
go to PSG.
Why does he want to go to some absolute dead team in the French league? I'm sorry, I'm
Then
half
sign the
French.
contract,
I
brother.
respect
But now
the
we're
French
saying,
league,
but
PSG
the
were
thing is,
fucking shambles.
we're having two different conversations here, though, because on one hand we're saying where would Salah go, and on the other hand, what we were saying a couple of minutes ago is like I feel like I did a podcast yesterday for like a North American like YouTube channel, and in it I said Alisson's underrated, and then on the WhatsApp group people are like, "What do you mean Alisson's underrated? You said in your video Alisson's underrated," and I'm like, "Alisson's underrated. Mo Salah's underrated. Like Mo Salah is underrated. Like you don't have like a Messi. You don't have Barcelona fans in the middle of like Messi's reign being like, we need to get rid of Messi, or like." You know, Madrid fans during like Ronaldo's peak time saying we need to get rid of, we need to cash in on him. Like Mohamed Salah he's the only thing close to him in Liverpool's like modern history is Ian Rush, and he's not had the years to do that, but he's outscored everybody else. Like he's outscored Fowler, Owen, Torres, Suarez, like Mane, he's destroyed Mane's stats. Like it's not, and I don't want to, the problem is like, I love Mane too. So like, I don't want to diss Mane by having to compare him to Salah. Like I feel that's weird because like Mane he's not on Salah's level. Like he's just not, but like, he's a great player himself. And arguably we need them both, but yeah, I don't know, man. I can't get on board with Salah, like selling Salah. But what I will say is, if he doesn't want to sign a contract, we have to sell him. We don't have a choice at that point, right?
I'm the same as you. Culture, like I've said this since last year. I said I think he will sign end of April. I think just before season ends, they will find a solution. I think they'll. I think eventually they'll go like, okay, 400,000 a week.
You don't leave your wife speculation if you're going to stay or you go. You just do the right thing. But that's all me believe. Do the right thing. Get the job done, Salah. Run with your agent because he might represent for you. He might make it look bad for you. Anything when your agent say,
I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
Because the agent keep on going on this Twitter and a play. And Salah not focusing, right? Because of the agent.
Yeah. But like, look at what Demo Dre 9 saying here, man. Like 20 plus in the Prem every season. Like he still has a chance. I don't think he will, but he still has a chance to break his own record. So let's play this out. Like, let's say, for example, Salah got 32 goals. So he's like he's the top scorer in the Premier League era in 38 games. If he does that again himself, and he's got the two best seasons in the Premier League, he's the best Premier League forward of all time at that point. Like it's so tough because that's the quality we're talking about. So he thinks he deserves the money. It's like a chicken and egg here at the moment. I hear you, man, Ryan. I hear you what you're saying. Like you don't leave it to chance. You don't leave people speculating. You know, if you love the club, then sign. And I totally understand that. And hey, here's the thing. No matter what Mohamed Salah does or what Liverpool do with Mohamed Salah, we're going to survive and we're going to thrive because Klopp is the real mastermind behind all this. It ain't Salah. It ain't Van Dijk. It ain't Alisson. Like the guy who built all this, and he will keep moving forward. Mm-hmm. But like, I just find like the only thing that happened in the last couple of weeks is Klopp's mistake. Like, as a manager, you don't say what Klopp said in the interview last week. And it's not his style. It's not Klopp's style. So Mohamed Salah's agent, who I can't stand, reacted to a Klopp mistake. Like Klopp made the mistake. Klopp shouldn't have said anything. And he's even said in his press conference, I shouldn't have said anything, because technically speaking, if he just says, if they go, so what's the latest with Mohamed Salah's contract? Oh, no update. Next. These stories don't start to develop. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah,
everything the agency in my pound spanning. Salah, if every look thing happen, me know, brother. Salah, if you love the club, brother, get rid of the agent, the brother. Because
Listen to this guy. Listen to this guy.
The club
This
don't
guy.
like deal with. Club don't like deal with distraction. You understand? Him like when him play them focus. If you're going, you're going. But always remember, brother, them refuse their Chelsea and we make you turn a man, brother. Always remember that, brother. We love you. Same thing we put in the rest of you, brother. Don't leave Liverpool. Be a legend. Don't go other club and just be another player. You got PSG. Them man, they not gonna love you like all Liverpool fans. Them are gonna love you. We understand when they have 1 or 2 game bad. You understand? But PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, them don't care. All them believe in you must play every game excellent because you're playing for the biggest club. We don't look at football like that. And we keep on saying, yo, Salah, we love you, we love you. We mom Salah running down. Listen, you're not going to get no other love but Liverpool, brother. Always remember, brother, sometimes we think about money too much. We think about
100%,
the people
100%.
In the space. You understand?
I agree, bro. I agree. And that bit I won't argue with you, Ryan. Look, the only person who left, the only 2 people who left and went on to bigger and better things, in my opinion, are Alonso and Mascherano. I don't even think Suarez went on to bigger and better things because he was the main guy in Liverpool. Sorry?
He did, bro. Them cheap player they do. What Suarez have one of the greatest season in La Liga. The first player to top goal scorer assists. Suarez a big baller, man. When it come on to Suarez, I'm upset and I just like people talk good thing about Suarez. Suarez.
I could annoy you, bro, because Suarez in 13-14, he didn't score a single goal against a big team. Do you know that? He didn't score a goal. Pretend
to Salah start score against a big team then.
Of course he scores against every. So if you look at who Salah scored against, bro, Man United, Man City, they're up there.
Most of the time, you love Salah. Salah, you're a player, you love Salah. Just listen to you, you just love Salah.
I do love Salah, bro, because again, Salah, big game. He's not just like, he's also a big game player, right? Like that's the way what Salah does is he's got like the quantity of goals for sure. Like he's outscored everyone, so that's not even a thing. Obviously, he's not outscored Fowler, but like I mean, in terms of like strike rate, like he's got a better strike rate than Fowler as well. But the thing is as well, when they do the graphics on Sky or DAZN or BT, and it's like, who has this man scored the most goals against? Big teams are in that list, right? Whereas you look at somebody like Suarez, in that 13-14 season, the top 3 that year, the top 4 that season were Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, or Chelsea, Arsenal, sorry. Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. Do you know how many goals Suarez scored against those top 4? Zero. And do you know how many goals Salah scores against the big teams? Every game. This season, he scored against Man City. He scored against Chelsea. He's got a hat trick at Old Trafford. Like, you can't deny it, bro. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's why I say with Salah, you're right. Like, I love Salah. I fucking love Salah. But, like, the goals who he scores against and stuff, like, it's undeniable. It's undeniable. That's the thing. Like, it's like, he's not on the level of Messi and Ronaldo. Like, I'm not saying he's on that level, right? However, he's our version of that. And I don't mean Ronaldo at Man U. Ronaldo at Man U was like 2 seasons. I mean, if you look at Ronaldo Real, Barcelona Messi, like Lewandowski Bayern Munich, our version of that is Salah. It's not Mane and it's not Suarez. Our version of that is Salah. And we also have to love him. You keep saying that, like, oh, you love the money, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you just said 2 people today, Mane and Suarez, who Salah's bodied in, like, his Liverpool career. But you're sitting here saying...
I don't think Mane get the credit to himself. I know you have to...
Sure.
I know.
Sure.
I want you to ask 2 questions before you leave.
Sure, mate.
So, you say you have 2 more minutes. So, I don't think Mane get the respect what he's supposed to get. I think, more people like Salah you know, probably in goal scoring. But do you think Salah make a big impact? If Salah will leave this summer, who make the biggest impact at Liverpool? Steven Gerrard or Salah? And my next question is, what's your score prediction? So answer that, Steven Gerrard. Who made the big impact?
Stevie is the greatest Liverpool player of this generation.
Of all time, what kind of generation? Steve Gerrard.
Kenny. No, we didn't. We weren't around to see Kenny, man. Like, you know, like the way people talk about Kenny Dalglish, like it's hard to really. I'd put Stevie number one. Just sorry.
Kenny always in a Gerrard way for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, like I have Stevie as number one, no question, no doubt. But that's why whenever I talk about Salah, I always talk about forwards, because like midfielders is untouchable. Like there's one guy above everyone, and that's Stevie.
Stevie Gerrard have a bigger impact than Salah.
Yeah. Steven Gerrard sometimes used to play on his own, man. Like Mo Salah's still in a great team, which we're happy about, right? Like we're talking about like a team that's won the Premier League, deserved to win the Champions League. Like when we won the Champions League in Istanbul, like we didn't even deserve to be on the same pitch as AC Milan, player for player. And the way Stevie used to pull us up into like big games, and again, big game goal scorer. He used to score in the big matches. That's so vital, man. That's such a big deal that like it's like, we're talking about Suarez, for example. Like, if you're such a big man, like score against Chelsea in that 0-0. Like,
God, bro.
He's like, yeah, bro. That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. Sorry?
You give Suarez a hard time.
I give Suarez a hard time because number one, he bites people. Number two, he racially abuses people. Number three, comes back to like Anfield or like against Liverpool and starts acting like a little disrespectful guy. I'll always love that season he had, but like I do think the season
none of them are better than Suarez. The best Liverpool striker for the last 30 years.
Suarez.
Yeah.
No chance. No chance.
I'm telling you that, bro. Suarez is the best Liverpool striker for the last 30 years. Salah, Mane, none of them can walk in a Luis Suarez shoes. Bro, Suarez, them man that try team by himself. Jesus.
No chance.
Suarez is the best Liverpool up top player for the last 30 years.
How do you like, in what context can you like, how do you classify that? Because like the currency for strikers is goals or goals and assists, right? So if a guy's clear of him in that role and he's got the titles on the table because he plays in a better team as well.
Make everybody better. Salah make everybody better.
He does. Of course, Salah's got two men on him all the time. Like Suarez used to have two men on him all the time. Like and the thing is, sorry,
Suarez not even kick penalty for Liverpool.
That doesn't matter. Like it doesn't even like.
Bro,
what does that have to do with anything?
No man, Suarez, may I tell you, I never seen no other Liverpool player like Luis Suarez.
Sure, man.
He makes Sturridge better. He makes Sterling. Yo, Suarez was this boy was very special, man. He's special. This guy bring Liverpool upon him back.
But bro, you're talking about a guy who literally punked us and left. And like you're literally talking about a guy who punked us and left. And like you're hypothetically saying that Salah wants money. Like we don't even know what's going on with Salah, but we know Suarez what happened.
Suarez different to come out and say, yo, this is him last season at Liverpool. He
didn't say that. He didn't say that at all. No, he didn't say that. Firstly, he wanted to go to Arsenal, right? Stevie talked him round. Sorry?
Go ahead.
So firstly, he wanted to go to Arsenal. Stevie changed his mind, right? He was training with the reserves. Then he signed a new contract that same year and left 6 months later. In that season, like I said before, bro, his season is legendary, and yet Salah outscored him. So, like, I don't understand what we're even talking about. Like, Suarez's season in 13-14 was amazing. He was player of the year. He was the top goal scorer. He didn't score against any of the big teams, but we can... Sure. He was a top goal scorer, top assist. He didn't win anything. He didn't score against any of the big teams, but we can put that aside. Then a guy comes after him and does the same thing, but beats his goal record. Like, in a 38-game season, Salah has the number one, like, goals. Not Shearer, not Henry, not Aguero, not Suarez, not Torres. Salah is the number one goal scorer in one season, and then since then he's carried on as well. So I don't even think it's like I don't even think they're comparable, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even think they're comparable.
Stats-wise, Salah owed Suarez, but Suarez didn't play in a great Liverpool team.
He didn't play in a great Liverpool team, but he played in a Liverpool team where so look. We play Man City in April, right? We play Man City in April in 13-14. Who scores the goals? Henderson and Coutinho, right? We then go and play Chelsea in April. We're going for the league, right? At Anfield. And what's the score? 0-0. That's not a big game player, man. That's not a big. Bro. And by the way, that's not debatable. We don't talk about this outside. Like, I'm not gonna jump on like a channel with like Tottenham fans or Man United fans and stuff and punk Suarez. I don't need to. Like, he's our player, he's our legend. How are you going to play Man City and Man City and Chelsea in a championship race? And my guy doesn't even score a single goal. Come on, man. That's weak.
What may I say? As a player, Suarez is better. Me think Suarez is the best player.
Sure.
Because look, what Suarez do, no other striker in the world ever done, top goal scorer in Netherlands, top goal scorer in England, top goal scorer in La Liga, and then got Atletico Madrid win the champion. Suarez was a beast, bro. He's a beast. All right. The year when Liverpool win the Champions League, Salah wasn't Liverpool best player. Mane was Liverpool best player. The year we win the Champions League, when Liverpool win the Premier League, our best player is Virgil van Dijk.
I don't agree. Like, it's not that simple, because like you could say the year Salah, the year Suarez is the best player, we don't win anything. So it's like it's all debatable, right? Like,
good to know that we can argue with Liverpool player.
100% we can. Of course we can, bro. Of course.
I like the conversation, but give me a score prediction.
Okay.
Before you leave, last more say to you, who make a big impact on the Premier League? Harry Kane or Salah?
Salah. Again,
Salah.
Like, we won the
Salah.
Premier League. We won the Premier League. Like, we won the Premier League, and he was our top goal scorer. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. I feel like
asking you the people them down in the comment section.
Yeah. No. All good.
Me and Salah, me as a Liverpool supporter, appreciate what Salah has done for Liverpool. Me see Salah as one of the greatest foreigners to come in the Premier League and play.
Mm-hmm.
And Salah don't get the right credit when I'm supposed to get it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I think Salah should win the Ballon d'Or already. Unfair, cheat. Van Dijk should have won the Ballon d'Or already. Unfair, cheated. Mane, listen, man, it was a good conversation chatting with you, bro. I hope I can get you back to have some
100%, man. 100%.
About this Liverpool thing. But people, make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you
score prediction.
Oh yeah. Forgot.
2-1.
2-1. Nottingham Forest.
No, 2-1 Liverpool.
I'm just kidding. I'm
going same. I'm going 2-1. I think we'll score 2, and then they'll score 1, and they'll be nervy for 10 minutes, and then we finally get it done.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 1-1, and we'll beat them in extra time. I think Nottingham Forest at home.
That's what I was originally going to go with, but I just think 2-1. Either that's extra time or not. I think 2-1.
Yeah, I think we'll beat them. And
4-1. Demo Dre saying 4-1.
Demo always confident, man.
I love it.
Yeah. But Virgin, appreciate you coming. Jersey boy, appreciate you coming. People, I appreciate you guys in the chat. It was a good discussion. People, look out for it. We're going to be consistent with the Liverpool show. I know the other day I slack off because Jamaica thing. Oh my God. But no, we can talk some football. I'm going to stretch because Liverpool are big.
Yeah.
See?
And
People, this is going to be the usual time. It's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern time after every Liverpool game. Depend on the time, the gameplay. So sometimes it's going to be 7 or 6 or after the game.
Okay.
And don't forget we're going to do a watch along for the game.
From 5:30 p.m. UK time. We'll be live from 5:30 p.m. UK time on Sunday.
Okay. Fair enough. People, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys send in a score prediction. Shout out to Demo. Shout out to all of the people. Sports Forensic. Manning's man.
Jason's gone for a clean sheet. I would love that.
Jason, big up, but Manning's man, I haven't seen from a beat him. The man hide. Arsenal fans, him have the most.
Stop hiding, Manning's man.
He hiding. He didn't show up for the match preview, and he didn't show up for the match reaction. As always, I tell him, say, anyone I say Arsenal, I go bad them up and take with them cheap ones, because them a baby to me. Right now, my time to shine now. So, when on a Liverpool time, I will be humble as a Liverpool fans, but at my time now, and me I dominate the world, and me I conquer everything right now. So, just have a good night, have a good weekend. Appreciate every single one of you guys.
And we'll see you guys on Sunday for the watch along.
See you guys on Sunday.
Reaction afterwards.
I'm going to leave you guys with the favorite game of all time. No other game can top this. So, let's play it. Best team.
Corner taken quickly, Reggae.
So, peace out, guys.
Can Jurgen's men rise against every obstacle in front of them tonight? Still Henderson, safe by the goalkeeper, and in by Divock Origi. And Liverpool have scored early. And Mane's in the middle, there's not much else to aim for. Now there is, it's in! It's Gini Wijnaldum for Liverpool! He's caught in a beauty! Wijnaldum! Oh my goodness gracious me! The unthinkable! The unbelievable! Liverpool are level from 3 down against Barcelona! The raw emotion of what's going on in this game. Early goal, Origi! Liverpool, he's got it! What a piece of quick